Oh, very good morning to you. Well, we had this little. They're making it like a Category 5 hurricane. They're missing these things. They really have a lot of fun when they come through. They like the drama, all that stuff. What, it's 7:17 a.m. East Coast. Elsa, okay. But yeah, no, I was looking out east toward the ocean. No sunrise. I was kind of think it'd be cool to get you a sunrise, from up here on my penthouse. My penthouse. So I'm finding some new ways to be more productive at home. I'm gonna talk about home too, which is a really funny thing for me. Home. What is home anymore? I mean, it's a way it's been for me for the last my whole life anyway. Home. What is home? So, you wake up in the morning and you don't want to roll out of bed, but because it might be cold or you don't want to get out of bed yet. So I had no choice at some points but to use the urinal. So I thought to myself, you know what? Let's just keep this here. In the morning, instead of getting, walking all the way over, what is it? 5, 6 feet to the door and standing up and all that stuff. Just, you know, use the urinal. And I'm thinking to myself, when I get back to my bed, just keep it by your bed. Get your own urinal. Probably just give me one of theirs that they have. And that way I don't gotta get out of bed or anything. Let's go ahead and do it that way from now on and just pour it out. Be safe and enjoy. Yes, enjoy. That's what it's all about. So yeah, I'm having fun here, y'all. Good morning, Catherine. Sexiness. So that's one thing I was thinking about too. I was watching the game. I'm not, I'm watching this. I call it an idiot box. I'll show you my idiot box. I can. Whatever, let me zoom. Oh, cool. Lets me zoom. That's my idiot box. I'm looking at that thing a little bit. So I figured I'd watch the game a little bit last night. This Phoenix Suns team, I have really underrated them big time. Oh my god. These guys are for real. It took me to the finals to finally give them some respect. Ooh, ouch. So they pretty much tore. I mean, it's not saying much. I mean, you got Giannis, who's been a real choke in any kind of playoff situation. Okay, fine, they got to the finals. Everybody was hurt that they were playing, but anyway, yeah, I got a comment. I mean, we got CP3 at 36 years old. He just took over. It wasn't even fair. But he did the right thing. He's not playing like a point guard. He, I'm not into the whole, you got Steph Curry. He's not playing like a point guard. You got the Bulls. Their point guard was B.J. Armstrong, and their next point guard was Ron Harper. These are the kind of teams that, it's not the typical prototype point guard that wins championships. Isaiah Thomas, yeah, Magic Johnson, he wasn't your typical kind of point guard, okay? He won a bunch of championships. So, my problem with CP3, I'm putting this out there right now for y'all to understand. He's like a Damon Stoudemire, Kevin Johnson, Kenny Anderson type, even Rod Strickland, who, great, you can be a point guard and get a lot of assists and points, but you don't win. That's where I changed my ways, okay, back in probably, yeah, like late college, 01, 02, 03. You just gotta win, and it's not about positions. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. You just gotta ball. So he stepped it up, and he just took over, man. Wow. He's the MVP so far this series, the finals. Huh. Wow. But the reality is, though, too, that the coach for Phoenix, I gotta find out who this guy is. They put together a scheme to really shut down Giannis, which is huge, as well as Holiday, which I think is awesome, and so is Middleton. These kids are straight up ballers. But we got some new teams in the league now. I'm telling you, and they are coming strong. Okay, so yesterday I had my spinal tap. You know, I had one in 1997. It showed definite multiple sclerosis. The way you determine what, you know, if a person's got multiple sclerosis is. Well, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Oh yeah, my what's it called again? Hemoglobin or something?
No, your hemoglobin is okay. Your fibrinogen is very low.
Okay.
That's your clotting factor.
Yeah.
No bleeding from there. Any nosebleed, gum bleed?
No.
Okay. Did they say what time they're gonna do procedure today?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think we're gonna have to give you a transfusion.
Okay.
Of that what we call cryoprecipitate. Okay?
Right.
So it's basically a blood product that it's
to prevent
it's
the
like
clotting.
almost like a plasma. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
All right. And
is it like IVIG?
No.
No, completely different.
Completely different. It's a blood product, so it basically have all the clotting factor that you need,
Right.
including a fibrinogen, because that one has been spit out, so that's why it got too low. You got to you were like 10 something yesterday and 100 this morning, so that's a little bit too low.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, all right. But make sure watch out for bleeding. All right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
We're gonna give you that, and we'll check it again, because after pheresis they might get spit out again, so we'll see. Alright?
I'll drink some more water.
Okay. How's the vision? Same?
The right eye is definitely the peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 100%. The peripheral.
It's out.
It's 100% correct. It's back.
It's better.
Yeah. The right. But obviously the acuities is nothing. There's no.
Yeah. So it's a little better though.
No words. Yeah. Well, the peripheral is back, which is.
Okay. That's good.
Those bigger fibers in the optic nerves, they always come back quick, you know.
Okay. Yeah. The smaller one.
The smaller ones gotta find a way to get those things gone.
Okay. Well, that's good. All right. So we're gonna do another one, but we're gonna give you the transfusion. Okay.
All right. Good man.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Joy, no. So hey, it's cool. You get to hear the doctor. I'm doing plasmapheresis. I'll get to that in a second. Let me just finish the whole spinal tap thing. Multiple sclerosis it's they're not finding hardly any more traces of it. They're trying to figure out like what happened here. And I'm like, let's go test for it then. I asked him, I said, well, if 2 hours on, what's up? Good morning. If I have, as I assert and claim, gotten rid of it and cured it, which is an incurable disease, I like your new profile picture, 2 hours on. Very sexy. Then would it show with my spinal tap when you compare it to the 1997 one? Would it show like less damage or whatever? I was, oh yeah, it would. It wouldn't show any more inflammation in the spinal fluid. I'm like, okay, well then let's at least see what's going on there, and that helps them they can rule that out with regard to this issue regarding NMO, neuromyelitis optica. The thing is about this, they want to see what the progression of this thing is going to be, because it's worse, like about 1 million times worse than multiple sclerosis. It's this similar. I've got it pretty much figured out. So it took me like decades to figure out how to cure multiple sclerosis. But this thing, now that I know about it better, and it's aquaporin 4 water channel thing. it sets off these antibodies, and the antibodies start fighting against your body. It's autoimmune disease, same kind of thing. So anyway, we're doing the spinal tap to see where we are in the MS, which multiple sclerosis is caused by. Onset of it is initially, I'm telling you this is me, heavy metals. So what you just heard about though is that apparently when I'm doing this blood, it's called plasmapheresis, they're taking out 2.5 liters of my blood out of my body and putting it in this machine, and it swirls it all around and takes out the plasma, because that's where these proteins are that are fighting the I'm gonna go ahead and say what I know, okay? When it's fighting against this what the body can see as an infection. It's actually these heavy metals. I think I got whacked. I told this already. Something got me. Piece of sand could have gotten me. Okay, I got it on. I'm pretty sure I got it on video. On or about the 26th, 27th of May, and then of course the next day, 27th, 28th, is when the right eye just turned off. I think something released gases from maybe a piece of sand or some kind of debris that got in my right eye, and it may have been a heavy metal in it. Who knows what heavy metal it was? I think some heavy metal, maybe arsenic or something. It's got these gases in it. It's causing people with this NMO disease to have this antibodies go off. This specific, disease, NMO, which is really like 100 million times more debilitating than multiple sclerosis, very quickly too. And I'm in what's considered the acute phase. So they're trying to really keep it down, but at the same time, for me, guess what? I just learned by accident that when you're doing the plasmapheresis, because you're pulling out this blood, and then you're holding on to the plasma, it's spitting all this plasma out, holding on to the plasma, and that they're trying to keep your body from fighting against itself, because there must be antibodies. Well, guess what's in there? Heavy metals. So I'm doing a chelation therapy by default. How cool is that, right? So that's the main thing for me. I was looking at doing chelation therapy because it was serious. I could tell, like the MS. Yeah, if you can catch that early, like 1997 when I did it. For me, it was definitely heavy metals of mercury. Amalgam fillings, y'all. Put in Hal Huggins multiple sclerosis on YouTube, and you'll see that he ran into this issue with regard to him being a dentist, and he stopped doing amalgam fillings, stopped doing what do you call those things, root canals. There's really no way to do a root canal in a healthy way. I mean, you're putting all kinds of crap bacteria in there. It's going to stay packed in there. It's going to go into the... Anyway, that's a whole other story, but... So, we're way ahead of this thing. Most people are going blind by this time, which, yeah, I mean... So, I got the optic neuritis, y'all. Usually you get better in 2 to 4 weeks. So, you don't get better, well, then it's either this NMO or heavy metals related optic neuropathy, or maybe some kind of infection with, which even then it should kind of go off on its own without any steroids or anything. Steroids are supposed to help it very quickly. It didn't help it. That's why we're looking at this whole NMO thing more in depth. We did the screenings with the blood work, and that's in the lab somewhere. But yeah, initial results of the spinal tap, and don't do spinal tap, y'all. And they do this stuff for what do you call those things? At birth, epidurals. You start swishing that spinal fluid around, man. So I'm trying to just chill as much as possible, because they actually pulled a lot of spinal fluid. And you get nasty headaches if you don't just lay flat, And I've been really just laying as flat as possible, and I can feel it coming. So basically what happens is your body, when it starts producing more spinal fluid, you can get some leaks of the spinal fluid down between that lumbar, those two vertebrae that they push that little thick, huge ass needle into your back. And then, okay, then they pull it out, and then after that time, it starts leaking out because it's like doesn't like have like a way to seal off, really, you know. So they say just lay down for 2 hours and you get up and run around or whatever you want. Not quite, but you know what I mean. But I did some research, and it's like you can get headaches for up to 2 weeks after these things, y'all. That's what I saw. All right. So I'm gonna lay down and just chill out as much as possible, which is a good thing anyway. I need to rest. Everybody's been telling me. This has been going on my whole life. You gotta chill out, dude. I mean, I like to go to the beach. I like to. There's no beach today, y'all. This whole Elsa, Cat 6 hurricane that they were hoping to come through. Cat 7. All right, what do we got here?
It's a beautiful rainy day outside.
That's what they're saying. They got this Elsa. It was supposed to be a Category 10 hurricane.
No way. 12.
12, right?
Don't say this. I did not run away at that little child house. Underage child, okay? Not little. You can give me a... I think I know you.
Yeah, I was here back in June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Okay.
You were here with another. You're from Russia.
Yeah, no, from Ukraine.
Ukraine. And I got that wrong last time. I'm on Facebook right now.
Okay. So. Oh, how are you doing?
So.
Oh, sorry. Good.
All right, good.
Relax your arm. And you're back.
And they found me.
They follow, or you follow us?
Yeah, they tracked me back.
Okay, maybe. Oh. 98.6.
Wow.
What?
98.6?
98.6.
That's high for me.
Why?
When I got here, it was 97.1. Worked my way up.
It's okay. It's warm. It's very warm in your room.
Yeah. What happened there? Wow.
I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're so excited to see me.
That's what it must be. Yeah, 151 over 92. That's the highest I've been in years. We're testing it again?
Yeah. So give me a change battery. Okay. Still a little high.
Yeah.
Weather can be making your blood pressure high too. Okay. Give me update your board, okay?
Yeah, yesterday I was lower, like 122 over 77 and stuff. You got it all on there.
It's okay.
Weird.
It's okay. Still, you mean you're still alive.
Yeah.
Your blood pressure not stays in the same place. Yes, horrible outside. Okay, baby, it can be too, like.
I love Ukraine, man. I'll tell you. Ooh-wee.
See you later. Come on. Oh, you have this new bag from site.
So it's a newer bed, eh? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They keep talking about how cool of a bed it is. It's got all those little gadgets in it, you know?
It's what you have here too, actually. 140 is over.
That was like 2 days ago or something. That was Sunday, I think. It is part of the fact that I got my left arm up, and then I'm sitting here like weird. When I lay down, I'm always like 126 over 82 or whatever.
It's actually what it has to be when you stand and blood pressure have to be top up. Why? Alcohol stuff. I'm sneezing from alcohol. Look. It's 7.
Hard to love.
Can you believe?
$79%. Thanks for coming.
See you around.
So my body is very susceptible to heavy metals. I mean, give you an example. When I go to Chipotle, you know, I eat off. When I eat, like, I mean, you can tell. I mean, like, if they're using those like aluminum bowls to cook their rice, if they're cooking those gradles, whatever, if it's aluminum, I can feel it in my hands. That's just aluminum, okay? It's not as severe as arsenic or mercury or lead. And lead's in everything. Lead's in a freaking Flint, Michigan water. You didn't hear about a whole lot that's going on in Flint, Michigan. I mean, people are, still to this day, they're severely sick. This happened in Portland, it's happening right now in San Francisco. Our water supply is a disaster in this country. So my body is very susceptible to heavy metals. I know most Americans say, "Oh, heavy metals are good for you." I don't know why they're so into heavy metals. They like it for some reason. So something got me, and it's a good opportunity, really, just to clear out whatever previous heavy metals I had in my body anyway. So I'm looking at a blood transfusion today with my plasmapheresis because apparently I'm clotting, you know, which is I don't want to be clotting. Tommy Frazier. So this is fun. You get to see what health looks like. You know, get well soon. No, I'm healthy, y'all. Except for the fact that you just saw my blood pressure was like super sky high, which that's sky high for me. Nobody else, you know, most people get a blood pressure at 152 over, what was it, 94 or whatever. They'd be like, wow, look at me, I'm lower than ever. That's the highest I've been in, or whatever it was. I mean, you heard me say what it was and kind of confirmed. Rachel, love your face, girl. But that's really cool. You got to see one of the doctors, and then a nurse, and what else? Something else, I think. And then, so my neurologist came in yesterday, and we just briefed on things. I'm going to give you a big update too, though, which is really kind of cool. I've had this drop foot because of the chronic damage from the multiple sclerosis, right drop foot. The right tibialis anterior. I talk about how like I did some acupuncture and it fixed my Achilles tendon, right Achilles tendon, and of course the right tibialis anterior was pulling up again, so I was able to walk better. After that first plasmapheresis treatment on Monday, today's the second one. By the way, these things are like big money. Each one's like minimum $5,000-6,000. I'll be lucky to get out of here less than like 3 Bitcoins. That's almost $100,000. Yeah, thank you for your face, girl. I've had this, maybe 40% of my right foot would be like numb. Until after that, immediately after the plasmapheresis on Monday. My right foot was, I would say, about 95 to 100% feeling, and I was able to use it better. And then it weakened though, so we'll be doing it again today. But still, they're hoping to keep the eyes, you know, restore the eyesight with the plasmapheresis here, and then, well, on top of that, they want to prevent the or delay the quadriplegia as long as possible. See, quadriplegia is very common with this NMO thing, whereby you're out in it's like 3 months. So I'm in the acute phase, which you should kind of freak out, like, wait a minute, quadriplegia days? Y'all, I showed this already. I've already been there. I didn't get the video on it though, but I got the documentation on it and stuff. 2015, okay, I've already been there. Top of my abs all the way down. This stuff is really easy. This is a good encouragement for y'all that have. There's only about 4 or 5,000 people in the whole world who have this NMO disease thing, and it's really horribly crippling bad. I'm laughing at this, but I wonder how many people have it, and it's just asymptomatic, like how many people have corona, all right, and they don't have any like symptoms, or and I'm running a fever too, 98.6. That's high for me. I'm not laying down. The reason why my BP is up and I just got this is because of that spinal tap I had yesterday. My body's just like, there's a body, like, it goes out there and reproduces this spinal fluid, like, within 6 to 8 hours. So it's quick, but it does something. I don't know what it does, like the body, how it works. My nose is itching so much. You get to see me itch my nose on video, live. How cool is that, right? So my body's just like in overload. And then that would probably cause, well, me just sitting the way I am right now. I got my left arm up, and then of course, let's give you some more of this, the morning, and of course I'm sitting up, your BP is going to be higher, so that's kind of how that works. I was looking out east at the ocean. And that's the thing too, you girls, okay, as Rachel says thank you, well, you should, you should say thank you, that's fine, but, women, like, even men too, you gotta realize how beautiful you are. You gotta step it up, how powerful it is, your face is, how powerful your abs are, guys, or women, your curves, what it does, get it out there, show it off. You can look at me right now like, oh, this guy's sick. I'm not. I haven't been the slightest bit sick since 2012. You can look at me as like, okay, he's got this vein basically sticking out of his neck, plastic vein sticking out of his neck. It's a good situation. God is perfecting you, even when you don't have a plastic vein sticking out of your neck, and you just won 115 to 104 or whatever, 3 or whatever it was. You went off for 32 points and 9 assists, and then your center went off for 19 and 18 or whatever. He's 22 years old. This Phoenix Suns team is going to be good for a long time. My God, what are the Lakers going to do? You got Antonio Davis, LeBron. They're not going to be able to. I mean, oh man. And they have so much cap room too, Phoenix. Oh my God. The whole league is just completely changed. It's just, I mean, that team, that Phoenix, and Atlanta too. They were like one of the worst teams in the league. And all of a sudden now they got, Trae Young just tearing it up. And I can't say the Cavs are not going to be strong either, because they got a pick coming up, and they got 2 good young guards. And I like that kid. I keep forgetting his name. Like, what's wrong with me, man? That center we got, he could get up, man. So it's amazing how the league has completely changed. I think that, okay, now all of a sudden the Nets are going to be awesome. You got KD, you got James Harden, you got Kyrie. They're going to dominate everything, and Clippers are going to dominate with Paul George and Kawhi. It's almost like you don't need to buy the league anymore, Apple, gorgeous, also from the Philippines. Achara in the house. But yeah, Apple, what's up? Another woman who wants to come live with me. Wouldn't that be great? Just live with so my best experience of living with anybody was that, so we drank one time, okay? Got wasted that first night. And that was it. She stopped drinking. We did Daddy Rock, Senor Frogs, La Boom. This is Cancun, 1999. June 1999. I went to Cancun with 3 girls. And yeah, I got a book I've put together. It's called My First Threesome. 2 hottest girls I've ever seen on campus at Cleveland State University. And just accidentally with me, what happened? So, how cool would it be to live with I don't know why they didn't continue. Man. And I was really blind back then. I was blinder than I am right now. I do have some blurred vision right now. It's probably because of the side effects of the lumbar puncture spinal tap thing. Very common. Oh, just a big heads up too. I'm getting some sleep. That's nice. And I'm off the steroids now. The doctor did confirm no more steroids. I did 4 grams, y'all. 8 grams in 34, 35 days. So, okay, why wouldn't quadriplegia work for me? It's when this thing's so common with everybody. Not that I got it early, but it's just that my body's already. There are people that are getting up and able to do things. When you got these heavy metals in your body, it weakens your immune system because you're fighting against itself. It's autoimmune. The only way you're going to have any damage to your central nervous system, y'all, I'm not no doctor, but this is really common sense stuff. You can do your research on this. Is from heavy metals. Unless you slam yourself into a wall or something. Or I know of a person got rear-ended on the Lorraine Road in North Homestead. You jolted the back, and you slammed in. You're gonna have some damage to the nerves. But what the hell else is gonna attack the central nervous system? Chemicals, Jane, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it's a very good morning.
It is. I'm Deanne. I'm going to be your nurse today.
How do you spell that?
Deanne.
Oh, okay, cool, good.
How you feeling, okay?
Well, my BP's up and my temperature's abnormally high for myself, but for me, 98.6 is high.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that's...
It's normal for everybody else, yeah. I'm definitely not normal. I was going to be getting a lot of water and asking you if you could give me some more water, but I guess I'm doing a blood transfusion today, so...
I was going to... Oh, there she is. There. I was going to ask you when you were due next. I didn't get to look at your chart.
I did it at 3 o'clock on Monday, but I don't know when they're going to do it. I don't know if they want to go the
Where
full...
did they have you go to have that done?
At dialysis.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and that's feeling okay?
Fine, yeah.
Okay. All right, and how's your vision?
Right eye peripheral vision is improved, I think, to about 100%.
Okay.
But the visual acuity is nothing still.
Yeah, okay. And
Central sclerotoma, yeah.
let me just see your IV here in your arm. You still have that? Okay. All right. Okay. And is your back feeling okay? Because they did that lumbar puncture.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I felt some little things here and there in the hips area and stuff like that, but
Okay.
I've had off and on with the headache, but I'm just doing more water and
Good,
laying
okay.
down as much as possible.
All right. Okay, anything you need at the moment?
Just, yeah, water for sure.
Okay.
Oh, can you bring in some more ginger ale?
Yeah, I'll go.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the eye update. But,
Good morning, Jason.
all right.
Hello. Do you want to order some lunch?
Yeah, let's do that. Did you bring in the breakfast?
It's coming soon. That's why I'm doing that here.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's coming in a minute. I have a pork loin for lunch today.
Yeah, I don't do birds, animals, or fish.
So what do you eat?
I do my rice, I do my potatoes, I do my green beans, carrots.
Okay, so I have green beans and broccoli.
Yeah, we're doing that for sure, yeah.
And then you say you want some rice?
Rice, definitely.
Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you. And what else would you like? You want a side salad?
Oh, potato chips. Regular potato chips. Oh, definitely a side salad. Completely forgot about that with the balsamic vinegar. I should be getting that every single time. I don't know how I keep forgetting about that because I had it the other day and it was strong. They did good with it.
And anything for dessert?
No, I don't do any kind of sugars.
Okay, so what you like to drink?
Decaf coffee
Decaf coffee, okay.
and bottle water.
And coffee, cream, and sugar?
No.
No. Okay, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Jane, take a rest definitely. So
I brought you 2 things of water, a cup of ice, and 2 sodas. Okay.
oh, you are amazing. You came strong. What's up?
Carry as much as I can. Oh, I wasn't sure if you had a water pitcher, so we'll get you some more ice later. Okay.
I don't need no ice. So home, what is home right now? I got this condo that I've got, okay, so the credit report it's been done for weeks, okay? I've been waiting on this thing for a while. I'm like going to stay in Daytona Beach, really. A long time. This never happens, y'all, okay? And then also, background check, done. Condo association, papers all signed, done. What is taking so long? So I might need to make a phone call today or something. So, my homes have been just absolutely glamorous. But what has been my home? I've been on this floor. I'm going to be on this floor. I could end up being here for 2 full weeks. I've been on one. If I end up being here like for 2, that'd be the longest I've been on one place forever. And, just one floor basically. Quarantined to one floor. It's like I'm back in this whole like Stone Age Corona thing in 2020. So I'm looking at, but the thing is, I keep going back to this whole issue of just for today. Because I'm thinking to myself, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to be at this hospital. Who knows how long? And what am I going to do about my new place? I got to pick out a bed, come down here, and you know me, I just go to Craigslist and buy a $15 futon or something. Well, I'm just exaggerating. I mean, you get a futon for like $50, really nice, and people get rid of these futons really cheap on Craigslist, y'all. And I'm good with futons. I'm not into these soft beds, I'm pointing at the bed. This bed over here is like electric. It's got all the fancy schmancy gadgets on it. It rolls and everything. Probably good. It's like a Tempur-Pedic, so it's like probably $3,000-$4,000. But they buy them all in bulk and everything, so it's like $800 probably. So anyway, what's my home anymore? I've been living out of a bag since one bag. I've been posted up on my Facebook Live and my YouTube, laughing about this stuff. I'm a nudist anyway, so like, what do you do with clothes, So anyway, I've been living out of one bag. I flew down to the islands August of last year. I couldn't do the lockdowns anymore. I was in Ohio. It's like, I got this severe PTSD. When I'm away from palm trees, I start going crazy. I needed my palm trees, and just jumped on an airplane and went down to the Caribbean. That's how I go down there, You know me. So I went down with my one bag. I kept thinking about getting a scooter down there. I didn't, and then this opportunity popped up in here, in Central Florida. But at the same time, like, okay, I can fly into Orlando. Maybe I'm gonna get to meet my daughter, which I think about my children more than anything. But at the same time, I got attorneys and experts and social workers saying you're either going to go with, totally public, or you're not meeting. No, you're going to go meet your children with all kinds of, witnesses around, because they're nervous. Like, you don't just take a child and get up and run and stuff like that. And it happens all the time in America, yes, but you just pop up. No, I got attorneys telling me these people want you dead or in prison or something, trying to set you up with something. Because there's money behind this stuff. I have money. I got like money all over me and stuff because I'm me, Didn't look too promising, like this is actually going to happen, because we weren't getting any kind of evidence that would be like, okay, we're going to be meeting here. This has happened before to me before anyway, so late October, going in early November, I might be able to meet my children, potentially. The only point, you can't like fly into anywhere from the Caribbean except for like DC, Orlando, Miami, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale. Pretty much anywhere in Florida, Yeah, you could probably fly into Vegas, I think. One way. I think there's a flight to Philadelphia also. So anyway, I was going to, the situation was potentially Nashville, Tennessee, where my child was, which, we're not getting any addresses or anything, so that just didn't work. But you know what? Hey, I'm here, just chill out. And I'm just going to, well, what is my home anymore? Like, what I love Sunny House Beach. I love the nude beach. I love beaches. I love the Caribbean. But, the Caribbean, there was something to tell me that I just didn't need to be there. I was going to say until like May of this year, from like August. I did that 2019 also, but then I came back early. I got spooked because of the AK-47s. They have automatics down there in the Caribbean. And they're illegal because it's still, depending on what part of the islands you're at, because you got BVI, which is different jurisdiction than the United States Virgin Islands, and you got Barbados, and you got the island of Puerto Rico, and you've got, Jamaica, obviously, you got Dominican Republic, stuff like that. So I came back, but I guess I like the English speaking better. I'll say that. I do like my español is un poquito, okay? A little bit. And I gotta have you speak slower when you're speaking Spanish in order for me to catch it. And for something about me, I missed Florida anyway. So, okay, worst case scenario, I don't go to Nashville or wherever we're going to potentially meet for my child. Unless I'm a horrible father, a typical American father who doesn't pay child support. They love that one. Or doesn't give drug money to the mothers, That's what it is. It's drug money, y'all. And not just drug money, but they're using you as they're. If you look back at what's going on in this country with regard to children, I talked to a woman yesterday, and she told me what she did, and that's how they do it. She wanted 3 daughters. She got her 3 daughters. She told the guy she wanted to marry him. She married him, divorced, and said, "All I want is the children. I don't want anything from you. Just to call them kids." And then she just lied. She just wanted the kids. That's all she wanted. And guess what? Now she's nowhere near her children. They don't want anything to do with it. They end up resenting you, but it's this same thing that we had. Okay, great. We got out of slavery. Adults. 13th Amendment of the Constitution. But now they're turning children into slaves, making children what they want them to be instead of letting the child live his or her own independent life. 71%. 8:01 a.m. Yeah, how's that for the visual acuity, doctor? Left eye. The visual acuity left eye is really weak though right now. I don't. Maybe it's just water in my eye, or it could be It could be the optic nerve hitting that left eye. It could be, I think it's the side effects from the lumbar puncture. It's very common to have this issue. So I'm over here. This is home for a while. Right now, this is my home. My home has been, Trump Tower in Chicago, 2016. So that was really funny. Stayed there. Stayed at some really nice. Okay, and the island of Puerto Rico. I mean, I'm talking about that. That was a nice home. Wow, right on the beach. My home has been Olmsted Township with my family. North Olmsted, I was raised there. Cleveland State University. But even then, I mean, I lived at the Chesterfield, right across the street from LeBron James when he was a rookie. He lived at the Reserve Square. I was on the 17th floor, 1715, also 1716. I'm moving from the one bedroom. I ended up moving from the studio to the one bedroom. But that was really nice, that building, Chesterfield. We had a swimming pool on the roof. But even then, I talk about this all the time. I'm a nomad, y'all. This just fits me perfectly, this whole hospital thing. But here I am. I'm looking at this condo. They got all the information they need from me. It is the nicest. I had a condo in 2004. I bought that for $55,000. The association dues were like $169 a month, lowest in the county. But there were some issues with. I later learned, bureaucracy amongst the board members of the condominium association, which I think that's what's going on here with this situation. It's been going on way too long for this thing to get approved. Something's up. So it's the nicest condo I've ever seen. The floors are. What really impressed me and everybody else has seen it. I showed you some of the pictures. It's the floors, beautiful marble floors. And then I come here and God shows me this place. I'm showing you what I like so much about this place is the floors. I'm at a hospital. These floors are immaculate. So God's like showing me what's even better. So maybe God's got an even nicer condo for me. Maybe I'm not going to get this one. I don't know. This works for me though. I can drive my scooter on the beach. There's nowhere in Florida or the islands where you can ride a scooter on the beach, or a car for that matter. There's like 6 miles of riding space in this place, But how important is it that you ride your scooter on the beach though, Jason? Whatever. So that's my home update. I'm looking at settling down here for at least a year, but okay, so you shouldn't give attention to quadriplegia. The people who are with this disease, I love y'all. I'm with y'all. I understand what you're going through. You got to get your body right, first of all. You can't beat this thing. I'm looking back at my book. It's called Power in Your Weakness. You are not the author and finisher of your faith. This is not about you. What's going on in your situation, and my situation, is that God is trying your faith. He trieth your faith. What's that mean? He makes it better. And you are not your faith. So your body is completely unaffected. Your spirit is one with God, with Source, whatever you want to call it. So my eyesight has improved in the past 2 minutes. It could just be water. I mean, my left eye's. Let me just. Thought maybe it was just water in my eye that's causing this issue with regard to seeing. Oh yeah, I got better. I had water in my eye. That's why it's 69%. Boy, what's up? So you who have NMO, I know you don't want to change your diet, but it's a big diet thing. That you will be able to handle the heavy metals better and the antibodies better when you can get your pH above 7.0. Number one. Number two, you can cause your body less to rely on fighting through the heavy digestions, which means you got to cut out the animals, the fish, the birds. That's how you handle it without pulling out the heavy metals. I did a lot of research in the past week or two about this chelation therapy. Just want to get into it. It's gotten to the point with me whereby It's too much effort, too much work. You gotta stay in the ease. And it's dangerous to pull out these heavy metals. There's a lot of naturopathic doctors and functional medicine doctors out there who really specialize in this stuff. Even they take minimum 9 months to get heavy metals out of the body. And my prognosis, like I said before, regarding my eyesight, getting this right eye back, without me lifting a finger or doing anything, we're looking at 30 to 36 months for recovery in that right eye. To get back to, May 20th, 2021 visual acuity. That's without doing anything. However, there's some things I could really focus on. I can get it down to about 20 to 24 months. And I think we can get it down to about a year. And this is without any kind of chelation therapy. It's not a thing that you can just I'm into the supernatural power of God. Obviously, you know that. Me, prefer more than anybody, right? But you gotta stop the drugs, y'all. Okay, great. Poof. I release you right now in the name of Jesus Christ from your alcoholism. I release you from your bitterness, hurt, rage you've gone through in your life. I release you from your addiction to cocaine or whatever bad addictions it might be, or crystal meth, heroin, fentanyl. You're set free right now. Oh, that's all fine. You just set them free. It means nothing because your body's still got to clear out of that stuff. You gotta your body's got to, release all that. You're still gonna have, I guess it's still. There's still an issue with regard to reality that you're gonna have this stuff in your body. Weed. Your body's still gonna piss out. Positive test. That's just how it is. So, and then again, continuing, you gotta maintain it. So how do you maintain this issue with regard to no longer, okay, Jason spoke over me that I'm free from alcohol, white refined sugar, the drug called white refined sugar, cocaine, weed, vaping, cigarettes, deadly drugs, stuff like that. Great, thanks. But you need to maintain it now, and how do you maintain this body now with regard to the heavy metals that we have in this country and stuff? Everybody's got issues with it. 100% of people have issues with heavy metals. Everybody deals with them differently. Their bodies deal with it differently, and in your environment, your lifestyle, everything. So there's going to be an issue with regard to maintenance. And the maintenance of you being off the Drogas, no mas Drogas. And whatever else it might be. Gotta drink water. So, NMO family. And the only way I think I can get the aquaporin 4 water channel thing to not be seen anymore is positive in it producing these antibodies to fight against your body is to get the heavy metals out. That ain't going to be easy. And I wonder what heavy metal it is. That's the thing. I wonder how many people are asymptomatic, and I wonder what, when you start doing testing on all these people, you're going to find something, one common denominator. Maybe they all have the same exact heavy metal in their body that triggered this thing. But there's no studies on this stuff. I got my own studies going. I did my 24-hour urine analysis test starting Thursday, submitted it Friday. Blood test Friday. I don't know how accurate that blood test is going to be because it's exactly a month after I had the atrophy to the right eye. And then, of course, I got the hair tissue analysis that's supposed to be in my mailbox. So, what are we going to do now? Okay, great. You know what? I got this issue with my apartment. I have a little apartment, which is, you can see the videos and stuff of it. But then I got, this condo. I came across this thing almost divinely, right? But I don't think it's gonna happen, y'all. Which fine, it doesn't. This is my home right now. I'm gonna be here for at least, until at least next Tuesday, at least. We're doing at least 5 treatments of this thing. Plasmapheresis. And, tomorrow, today's number 2. So this is where I'm hanging out. No sun, no beach. But look, okay, we had a category 15 hurricane come through. That's what they're all making this thing out to be. They're freaking out on the TV thing. So yeah, I watch the television a little bit of the basketball game. Yeah, it's hard to see anything really. But then of course, the talk everywhere is this little tropical storm that came through. It's a real joke. It should have come through. I mean, well, it did. I think it already came through. You can see the water on the building below us there. So that's how that goes. Take a rest. You're right, Jane. So it's fun to have you join me when we got the doctor in and multiple nurses and the nutrition people. Get to see what I ordered and stuff. I was debating if I was going to drink my coffee this morning because it dehydrates you. That is what I thought would cause need for transfusion. Now, you don't need to do no blood transfusion, but yeah. And that's going to cost another probably $2,000. I've been putting some serious money into some things recently. I mean, the acupuncture itself was expensive. I did 15 treatments or something, 12 treatments. I bought that scooter. I got more than that. I got scooters with an S. I can't even use them right now. They won't let you drive the scooters on the hallways. What's going on here? Can't ride a scooter in the hallways? I'm thinking they let you even bring it up here, man. I was thinking about just, getting up and going right to my table to go eat. And that's where I end the video with y'all, but I don't want to go lay down. I go lay down and I get back up again. I gotta lay down though. This is a long time being up off the bed. I gave you more than an hour today though. What's up? Today's the 7th of July, 2021.